from Francis Ryan Park in Escondido. This is the State Cup 2012, the round of 32. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg G.K. Porter, along with George Langevin, bringing you the sights and sounds. Let's get the lineups for both squads. First, for Ramona FC. Their head coach is J.J. Jordan. Assistant coach is Dina Viscara. The keeper will be Taylor Stacy. Number 1, Sydney Marin. 3, Shelby Sherman. 4, Tvsa Italiano. 5, Naomi Ramirez. 6, Sydney Smith. 7, Megan Vandervoort. 8, Daniela Carbonneau. 11, Carly Nia. 12, Catherine Hortig. 13, Courtney Dolan. 20, Cecilia Estrada. 21, Casey Jordan. 22, Danielle Biscotta. 23 is Catherine Lawrence. And 25 is Darren Ikeda. That's the lineup from Ramona FC out of the East County area. The lineup for the TVSA Hawks reads this way. The head coach is Michael Vanderreeb. The team managers, Debbie Stroh-Snyder. The keeper, India Dove. Number 2 at right mid, Michaela Moras. Number 3 at forward or outside mid is Rachel Smith. Number 4 at defender is Emily Bader. Number 5 at defender is Dana Stroh-Snyder. 6 at center mid or defender is Caitlin Johnson. 7 midfield or forward, Jamie Ariskog. 8 at center mid is Bailey Thompson. 9 at midfield is Ray Deanda. 10 at forward is Cece, that's Sierra Phillips. 11 at defender is Carly Yuen. 18 at forward or midfield is Arlette Evora. 21 at midfield is Savannah McInerney. 22 at defender is Kendall King, and 23 at midfield is Lauren Jacobson. And that's the lineups for both squads. We'll be back with the starting of this match from Francis Ryan Park in just a moment. 1, 2, 3! Time to shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. Going from right to left is going to be Ramona FC, and left to right is Temecula Valley Soccer Association Hawks. India Dove, cross midfield. Italiano. Off a deflection. Players into space. Can't get a subsequent strike. TVSA sitting across midfield. And a retreating Viscotta. Out of play to throw in TVSA. 40-minute halves in this round of 32 match. And if it's still tied, it'll be 2 15-minute overtime segments. Nia on the run. Nia goes down. And let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be a free kick. As the center ref talking to the head coach over there. Looked like J.J. Jordan. So the free kick now, Carly Nia is standing next to her teammate, and I don't know which one's going to take it. Her teammate being Casey Jordan. Center ref going to mark off the distance. Defender's got to be back. Just the opening of this match. Grab your snack and beverage. The fake. Jordan with a drive at the keeper. But going up high is Dove to make the save. Nice save by India. She drives it across midfield in this girls under 15 match. Ramona FC out of their deep back, able to drive it across midfield, trying to get somebody to run onto it. Running back to go get it is King. And Kendall having a hard time with it. Here's Jordan now. Jordan still on a soccer ball. Jordan goes down, and it's in a box. Center ref says play on as Dove makes the save. And a nice little run that time.
You're in, Rachel.
But they didn't get what they wanted out of it.
Rachel.
After the strike by Jordan, back up the field on the counterattack.
Let's go. Push him up. Push him up.
On the near side.
Let's win
He
here.
goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in.
Hey, let's complete
His shielding that time was Lorenz.
Play our game, please.
On the near side, it goes out. Not able to get anybody to gain possession on the near side, so TVSA the throw-in.
Yeah, that's ours.
The header, it went off of Viscata.
Come on, Strohsnyder. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Throw in. King. Into the central. Now King comes into the area. Can't win it. Back up the field. Ramona FC.
Yeah. Let's recover. Let's
On the near side, it goes out of play. As Casey Jordan not able to get anybody to possess it.
Let's connect, please. Let's keep it simple, ladies.
In its 0-0 match.
Relax yourselves and play.
Early minutes. That's Nia sending a ball down to Jordan, and Jordan won't be able to get to it. Casey watched it go a little bit in front of her. Had too much pace on it.
Build it, Arlette. Fast. What do you
Into
got?
space. Evora, and then now they're still able to keep it in the defensive half as Johnson on the intercept.
You got it, Kendall. You got it.
Into space. TVSA
You're in, Jake. You're in. You're in. Let's go.
down their right flank,
Come on,
and it goes out of play.
Right.
Jacobson couldn't get to it.
Thank you. Got it. Penny ball. Here we go. Nice and bright. Nice and bright, ladies. Hold on. Make sure they're.
Rachel Smith, or rather Shelby Sherman, is going to throw it in. Rachel on TVSA.
Here we go. Let's play. Nice and bright. Nice and bright. Watch your shape.
Johnson getting it up forward for a strike by Evora in a box. Trying to get a subsequent, and they just couldn't quite get one. And had to be careful that time as Taylor Stacy able to make the save. Taylor drives it towards the right flank. It's intercepted that time by Bader. Ariskog being shielded off,
That's ours.
and it was out of play along that far side touchline. It'll be a throw-in for Ramona FC. Both teams about equal touches and possession time. Maybe a slight more for TVSA, but not much more. Early going. If you just checked in,
Let's play. Let's play.
McInerney sending it forward. Getting back to retrieve it was Ramirez, and a passing lane was cut off, so it's still in their own defensive half, but moving up to get it is Italiano, but couldn't go any further, dispossessed that time. Jamie Ariskog trying to continue down that left flank. Went back upfield, and now won by Ramona FC. They only have two players up forward, and offsides call. So the high line by TVSA victimizing Ramona FC. And out of their own defensive half. Over to Jacobson.
Yes, you're in.
Bringing that ball down and then finding somebody in the central. And that happened to be King. But it wouldn't have mattered. It was offsides.
Let's settle down, ladies.
Here is Stacy, keeper.
Secure, control.
Off of a bounce to midfield. Won by TVSA. They can't go any further. Now they get it back. And it is driven all the way into the 18-yard box. As Stacy has plenty of time and space. And Taylor gets somebody at midfield.
Patience,
They try to go further. And now running onto it is Jordan. And Jordan still on the soccer ball, but Jordan has run off the soccer ball that time as they're strong
Let's go, D.
in that defensive third. Over the top, but couldn't get player to run onto it in the box. So India Dub all the way downfield.
Push him up.
They still have players in that defensive half
We're standing, ladies.
into space.
Yeah,
Jacobson. Lauren Jacobson sending it a nice ball up forward to Smith. And Smith's pass was blocked, and then now it goes out of play, but they'll get the throw in.
Referee, sub, please. Our lad, James.
Harris Skog looks like she's going to throw it in, but a couple of players are going to come in for TVSA. And it's 0-0 match from Francis Ryan Park in Escondido.
Go get him, girls. Go get him.
Michaela Moras is into the match, and also CC Phillips.
Pictures, ladies. Pictures, ladies.
And the Central trying to continue to probe, but they cannot, as being strong there in the space. Sending it all the way up forward to Jordan.
Open up, open up, open up. Use her. Yeah. Come to help her. Well done. Stay on it, Scooter.
Carly Nia sending it in the 18, but not able to maintain a possession. And it goes out of play on the near side. Shelby Sherman looking up forward to Nia. Will Nia get to it? No, she won't.
Well done.
As Stroh-Snyder getting to it first. But the ball might have been already out of play.
Let's work with her.
And so it's going to be a goal kick for India Dove and their team. Both teams still with the clean sheet as we move on towards the middle part of the first half. Greg GK Porter along with George Langevin bringing you the sights and sounds from up high, the stadium view of the world's most famous sport, football. In most countries, soccer in this one. We got another sport called football. Down the Central for TVSA. Moras couldn't win it into space. However, she has support there, but Johnson couldn't keep it in their defensive half and has to run back. But now here comes Moras. Michaela has it. Michaela has some space and sends it down the right flank for Phillips. But it's out of play. Had too much pace on it that time. Ramona FC throwing it in.
Relax and play. Relax and play.
Stroh-Snyder hustling, and then also Moras, but they couldn't win the soccer ball. So back upfield is Nia. as they have to retreat back. Nia, service, and then over the top of the net. Carly Nia, nice service, but her teammate on the backside couldn't slip it inside the near post. A little bit too strong with this strike. So from their 6-yard box, they'll try to work upfield. On a beautiful day here in Escondido. The last weekend of April 2012. President's Division action in the round of 32, the State Cup. Didn't always have this division in State Cup play.
Come on, Jake!
Lauren Jacobson. And then over to Phillips in the central, but couldn't go any further. However, they have it back. Johnson. And then a strike to the wide side. Smith chasing it down, but there's a player down, and it is going to be a free kick as an offsides call. Ramona FC with the free kick.
Don't you get caught outside again.
Down their right flank, but it is met there by Bader and driven out of play as she got her head onto that soccer ball. Stroh-Snyder knocking it out for TVSA. Ramona FC gaining more real estate. They're in the attacking third now, right outside of 18.
Ladies, we need a secure control.
Ramirez off the top of frame that time. Naomi, a nice strike from distance. Just couldn't get it to dip inside and give her team the 1-0 lead.
Let's work together, ladies. Come on.
India dove.
Let's step it up.
Which direction will she go? Near side.
We want to secure control first. Yes? Secure it. Well done. Let's drop, Michaela, drop.
Shelby Sherman throwing it in toward the 18. Strike, attempted strike by Nia. And that's going to work against Nia on the foul. Free kick.
Hey, no more. We're going to get in trouble. No more.
Still the clean sheet in this match is Michael Van Der Ebb going out there checking on his player.
Drop, please. Arlette. Stop her, Arlette.
Now coming in, Arlette Evora. As the player that got injured is coming on. And they have the free kick. That was Kendall King smarting coming off. Evora. Her strike down to Central, but it was right at Sherman. And if it gets by Sherman, they got a nice opportunity. And showing early on, Ramona FC, that they can strike that ball from distance and try to put it in the back of the net. It is something that the defenders for Temecula Valley Soccer Association have to be mindful of in this round of 32 match.
Secure control. We have to secure control. Secure control, Arlette.
Ramona FC in the central. They can't go any further. As TVSA sending it to midfield. Bailey Thompson, her pass was intercepted. It was intercepted by Ikeda. And up forward, Out wide now, and chasing it down now is Bader. And Bader into space. Finds her teammate. Send it up. Try to get it out of the defensive third, and they do. However, Shelby Sherman and company have the possession to throw in. And threw it off of Johnson, but they'll gain real estate down this near side touchline. And where they are, they have a great opportunity to get a good quality shot on net. Into the 18. Nobody for the all blue with white numbers. However, they're still winning it. Saying 18, but couldn't get a quick touch as it was cleared out of the 18 upfield. Tvsa and the high line sends it all the way back upfield. Ramona FC. Carbonneau couldn't keep it going. Tvsa winning it. And they get a quick counter as Sherman has to get back in a hurry, and it helps out Stacy. Taylor has it in his 0-0 match. Her pass intercepted. But on the Karam, they win it. And the whistle at midfield. Center ref was going to get booked somebody here. It looks like it's going to be Ramona FC's Daniela Carbonneau. So Daniela Carbonneau getting the yellow card. And she's going to come out.
Let's look wide. CC, come join Michaela. Let's look at Michaela and CC. Come on, girls. Drop it in now.
If the ref allows her to come out. And she's just going to get some instruction by J.J. Jordan. Have to be careful now the rest of the match. Don't want to play one player less. She gets another card. And that could affect the rest of the tournament, too.
You're in, Rachel.
On the long ball, but in offsides, it wouldn't have mattered. Taylor Stacy, though, showing her quickness to get to that soccer ball. Because the next time it might be onside.
Here we go. Let's win. Composure, ladies.
Shelby Sherman sets it up. Sydney Mirren. Casey Jordan.
Yeah, Michaela,
Just outside the box, but TVSA winning the soccer ball.
Before the tackling radius,
Couldn't go any further. Dispossessed at midfield, but they do gain it back.
Stay grounded. Move them up, Dana.
Both teams showing they're about equally matched in this match.
We're caught again, Dana.
Here's Nia, service toward the central, just going by there. The soccer ball was Jordan.
Bring it out.
Going all the way upfield was Italiano, but she ran by it. And now they've got to retreat back quickly. Ikeda helping out into space. Ramona FC. It goes by Ikeda. And now here's Rachel Smith on the service, but nobody to get to it
Those goals are offsides. Leave
for
them.
TVSA.
Look behind you. Who's outside?
Taylor Stacy now. Down that right flank trying to keep going, but they could not.
Come on, Joe Snyder.
Here's Stacy again. .50-50.
Secure it.
TVSA gaining advantage.
Come on, let's secure control, ladies.
And only momentarily as they got to retreat back down the field. And an offsides call. Real close that time.
Hit that, India.
As Emily Bader was being pressured.
Joe Snyder.
But fortunately for her, the striker was just a little bit offsides. Otherwise, that save would have been very, very crucial by Dove.
Control the middle, ladies. Get yourself involved. Get involved, Jacobson. Way off, ladies. Way off. Yes, lovely.
Tvsa in their own defensive half. But taken away. Catherine Lawrence. Lawrence couldn't continue on with it on the near side, and it goes out. And CC Phillips could not keep it going. Shelby Sherman has Lawrence. And then a quick strike by Nia.
Secure control. Secure it.
Biscarra drops it back to Sherman. Sherman sending it all the way up forward. But marking well back there is Emily Bader. And she has done a fine job there with Casey Jordan when she's had to. But now here's the alternate number, Italiano. And Tvsa couldn't go any further. As dispossessed that time by Evora, sending it down the left flank. Smith, Rachel Smith, fighting for it there with Marin. And it is knocked out of play by Smith. Marin throwing it in. And then driven out by Italiano. As Tvsa wanted to get a quick run of a teammate down that right flank. Coming in now for the all-white with the red numbers is Kendall King again. Remember, she was hurt earlier. But she's back in the match. That's good to see. From the far side touchline, throwing it in. The blue team with the stripes on their jerseys. Blue and white stripes. Knocked out, retreating back is Stroh Snyder. As Dana doing a fine job in the space. Clear that one out. In its 0-0 match, Sherman to throw it in from Ramona FC. See what they can do in the attacking third. They do get a strike, but not a problem for Dove. And on the near side of the 6-yard box, India. But she's going to drive it straight down to central. Getting it was Viscara, looking for somebody up forward, but that didn't happen. And now they have to retreat back quickly. Ikeda sending it out of play.
Referee, sub swing. Great job. Come get a rest.
Substitutions will be coming in. As Mike Vanderrib is going to get another fresh player into the match. Michaela Moras. Jamie Areskog coming into the match.
Watch your shape, stoppers. Watch your shape. Yeah, here we go.
Driven out by Ikeda. Quickly.
Kendall, go. Go, Kendall. Right there. You're good. You're good.
But now they'll have to set up defensively.
Yes. Recognize that space in front of you.
As Evora, her pass intercepted. But Arlette will throw it in again.
Scooby, watch the counter. Watch the counter.
Substitution from the far side, or substitutions.
CC, play top. CC.
You get one player in,
And Scooby, watch
and that's Cecilia Estrada. Header went backwards, and they didn't want that. But fortunately enough, they're able to get it out of their own 18. But now Johnson has it. Johnson trying to go forward. A maze of players couldn't go any further as they're able to get to the soccer ball. Ikeda, and upfield they go. They had compressed Well, everybody in the defensive half did TVSA. And that can sometimes be dangerous, but this time they're no more worse for the wear. Carly Nia, though, winning it, but sending a ball up forward that nobody will be able to run onto. India Dove. Keeper. Down the left flank for TVSA. But couldn't get Arlette to keep it in. Ramona FC with Estrada. And her pass had way too much pace on it. And another giveaway. Doesn't hurt you if there is no score for the opposing team. But it does when there's a score for the other team, and you want to at all times try to take advantage of plays, but it's not as lethal against you if you're not behind in the score. And it can work for you either way if you're ahead in the score. This one driven out of play. Past the goal line. Taylor Stacy give way for Marin to try to get that ball going upfield. Went towards the central for it to be intercepted by Maras. However, down the central, they're able to win it back for Carbonneau. Carbonneau on a run. Carbonneau tried to go wide, and TVSA was there.
Now dribble in. Great ball.
Phillips. Ball towards the central.
Yeah, you're in, CC.
And now Phillips being aggressive and getting to that soccer ball, and will throw it in after it was off of Ramona FC.
Secure it, beat her with skill, well done. Here we go.
Knocked out by Sherman.
Let Kendall have that. Excuse me, Chip, yeah? Kendall's out.
Phillips. King. Will she go to Phillips? No, she's going to go forward to Phillips, and her teammate couldn't control it.
Yes.
Can they keep it in the defensive third? Jacobson, and then driven all the way down to central. That time by Caitlin Johnson. But a player is down for Ramona FC. And center ref going to go ahead and give it there to Phillips, and she's going to give it right back to the keeper. He didn't really know who had possession.
Taylor, Scooby, watch your shape. Scooby, on your toes, please.
Taylor Stacy. Off of a bounce. Trying to get somebody up forward, and Jordan just couldn't control it. Johnson, her pass intercepted. Phillips coming back for support. Turns, giving it toward the central. But Marin intercepting. Down the far side touchline for Johnson. Dropping it back, but it was already knocked out by Ramona FC. Evora will throw it in, but that's after a couple of players are going to come in. Ramona FC. And it's 0-0 match. Working our way towards halftime. Didn't see quite the players you did from the stadium view camera, so we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball.
Arlette, central mid. Jamie, out wide.
Marin after the offsides.
Arlette, come central.
Actually, might have went past the goal line.
Go Snyder.
Into space, a free kick. Ramona FC.
Kaylin, you got to get back. Kaylin, you're my stopper. Kaylin!
Marin. Strata.
Keeper! Here we go, India!
India Dove able to get to that one with no problem. Dove would like one of her teammates to put one in the back of the net. Here's Evora trying to go down to central. A little bit of pressure there. The ball works onto the foot of the all-white.
Secure control first!
And they're able to drive it forward. Here's Evora now. Arlette into space, trying to put pressure on Marin.
Whoa, whoa, that's a handball! Here we go. Let's face the ball. Let's win. Squeeze, Mikhail. Squeeze. Get goal side. Get goal side. Get goal side. Come on, Scooby.
Both teams having a tough time going down to central and trying to do anything.
Yes.
And so their chances have been better from the flanks.
Nice and right, ladies. Nice and right. Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake.
But the defenders have found a way
Take a picture, CC. You're in
to make it tough to put it in the back of the net for both teams. That's why we still have the clean sheet. In the space coming there was Smith at the same time of King, and it caromed
Stay right there. Stay right
to
there.
where now a Dove having to make the save. India wants to go down the left flank.
Win that, CC.
Phillips couldn't quite control it, but she's got a couple of teammates there now. Here's Maras. Ross was stopped in that space. Didn't get to Phillips. Here's Evora dropping it to the wide. But the pass was a little bit forward of her teammate there in that space. And so back up the field. Able to keep possessions.
Quickly, come on, get back.
And the foul working against TVSA. Ramona FC knotted up in a 0-0 match. Now they want to get one in the 18, and they do, and it goes right at the keeper, Dove. And Dove had to be alert, as I mentioned a while ago, that they can strike it from distance.
Secure control. Build it, please.
They wanted to keep her honest on that particular play.
Ladies, we gotta start playing wide and under
Stacy,
control, okay?
no problem.
Control.
Ikeda
We're sending the ball down the middle into their strength. Yes.
able to find somebody all the way down the field.
Recover.
That's Catherine getting it, but not a subsequent strike.
Referee, up, play.
And it'll be a throw in.
Come get around.
Looks like Caitlin Johnson is going to throw it in. But first, a substitution is going to come in.
Make sure you keep going in there with you,
Bailey Thompson throwing it in, or coming in, I should say. With Johnson throwing it in.
Bailey, take picture. Let's go, Kaylin. Composure.
They throw it in along the left flank. Vander Voort
Well done, Kaylin.
just couldn't quite get Hortick.
Bailey. Good job, man. Focus on. Look for the switch. Oh, come on.
That pass not quite making it to Phillips, but into space, they win it again. And on sides here is Moraz taking a shot and a save by Stacy.
Here we go, ladies. Let's look for the save.
Not a bad setup that time, and they were able to find, if you will, on a weak side there, Michaela Moraz, and just couldn't bend it, get it by the keeper. But again, trying to find an opportunity for the through ball, and they're able to do it again. All the way upfield for Ariskog, knocked away, and Ariskog will go after it again. But it's going to be an advantage here in the attacking third, and a throw in. Phillips.
Oh, great ball. That's a handball.
Intercepted and a goal! Or was it offsides? No, it is not an offsides call.
That wasn't a handball, Rats. Thank you.
But even though that ball when it was an offside scenario on that play, it went in the back of the net. And if you're the white and red, you must be thinking, you know, we can do this now. Put it in the back of the net. We've just shown it. We just got to maintain being on sides, and that's been a problem for both teams in this match. Got to man up with that last defender. Easier to say than to do. Ikeda clearing it out.
Kendall, take this space. Kendall, go. Go, Kendall, go, Kendall, go, Kendall. Right there, Kendall. You're good. Look at all that space in front of you, Kendall. Give us an opportunity, yes?
After the throw and knocked out again. As Johnson trying to find her teammate Ariskog into space. Johnson will try it again. But this time, going over to Evora. Marlette gets a subsequent strike. Gets back to it, but then they dispossess her, and they work strongly out of their own defensive third, and both teams will end up with a clean sheet after the first 40 minutes of activity here in the State Cup 2012. You're going to see the players paying attention to their coaches, getting some refreshments, and then we'll be right back with the second half in the State Cup match. Shift colors for all you sailors out there. This is the start of the second half, past and present, right to left, as we have a clean sheet. 0-0, no score in this match is TVSA Hawks, and left to right is Ramona FC. Jacobson under a lot of duress into space, but finds McInerney. As they want to continue on, amazingly, there was no handball in that particular sequence, or collision, if you will. And now it's an offside.
Here we go. Watch your shake, Caitlin. Come on your toes.
Free kick. Both teams in the first half had a problem with being offsides. A little bit too ambitious towards getting towards that net and getting a strike.
Secure. That's a great ball. You're in. Right up. Early service.
The team that does better with that here in the second half surely is going to have a chance to win this match. Service into the box. Just couldn't get a subsequent strike. Had a player there a couple of yards away, but just didn't get it.
Secure control. Play simply.
Nicely done by Bader, not allowing that counterattack
Hey, Caitlin, you got it.
to progress down a field.
Hey, face the ball, Jake.
Driving it upfield out of play. Number 4, Emily Bader. Ramona FC. Are they getting a fresh player in?
Jamie, take
Man.
the picture.
Well, the second half just started, and they already want a fresh player into the match. So, well, J.J. Jordan knows his team, so seldom do you see it this early into the second half.
Back up. Come on, Caitlin. Come on, Caitlin. You're my stopper.
Stroh-Snyder. They collect,
That ball staying in.
and it's cleared out.
Back, Riggs. Let's get back, Riggs. Let's get back, Riggs. Let's get back, Riggs.
Naomi Ramirez. Ramirez couldn't get anybody on the other side of it. Pinching in that time was Vizcarra. And now down to central, but couldn't get a good strike on it was Megan Vandervoort. As the defender into space was shielding her in a way. Well, she was off balance on the shot, as you saw there. Retreating back, Vandervoort,
Secure.
or Vandervoort trying to get to it, but
Yeah, you're in.
no problem for India Dove. Sending it up forward.
Hit it.
Phillips now. Phillips taking a shot from distance and just missed binning it inside the near post. But nice hustle in the space by Phillips.
Watch your shape, Bailey.
CC
Control the middle.
staying after the soccer ball and has played well in this match.
I heard they call you the devil.
And she has a mindset of creating all kinds of problems for Ramona FC here in the second half. Sydney Marin gets it upfield, but intercepted.
Ladies, use your keeper quickly.
But now they have to retreat back as their pass was intercepted.
You're in.
TVSA Hawks.
Control, you gotta
Dub.
come through it.
Naomi Ramirez getting it to her teammate for a shot and a save. Catherine Ortig
Come on, let's go.
on that shot.
Play it simply, Bailey. Bailey to who, Bailey?
But nicely done by Dove as they go up forward.
Pictures, Kaylin. Hey, watch your shape. Look at it. You're in straight line with those midfielders right there. Take an angle, take some space. There you go. Now look to make your
Bailey Thompson, and now this pass into the central, looking for Kaylin Johnson.
Come on, Scoop.
But
Come on, Scoop. Delay.
that didn't work out, and they're going to have to retreat back.
Quickly. Play simply.
Stroh-Snyder in a space for Thompson.
Yes, you're in. You're
And now over the top, finding Rachel Smith, but closing that time was Cecilia Estrada. Nice job by Cecilia, protecting over there and clearing it out. Cecilia up forward. Got her teammate trying to run onto it. As Horitic,
Secure control. Play simply.
they couldn't do anything with it and back the other way. Italiano getting things going. Tvsa on the near side. Tvsa. Smith.
Giving up opportunities with sloppy play. Come on.
Foul on a play. Free kick now.
Pictures, ladies. Bailey, picture.
Near side. Intercepted by Italiano.
Diving. Yeah, that's ours. Here we go. Emily,
Then it was sent right behind her. And now Tvsa will throw it in.
Come on, Jake. You gotta be on your toes.
As Ramona FC couldn't keep it in.
Secure control. Secure control. You're in. Early. There it is.
Shelby Sherman, her pass deflected. Couldn't go any further as Lawrence
Yes, do it.
couldn't control the soccer ball.
You're in, Rachel. Good try. Arlette, you ready?
Smith on the near side, and that ball is out of play.
Get out of stuff, please. Rachel, come get a rest, please. Arlette, go left. Left mid. Left mid. Yeah, go. You're on. Go. Hey.
Evora comes back into the match. Arlette, number 18.
Caitlin, watch your shape. Look in the middle. Caitlin.
Bader to throw it in.
Caitlin. Don't leave Scooby there by herself, Caitlin. Scooby, you gotta be on your toes. You gotta be facing the ball. Come on, Em. Come on, Em.
Marin for Ramona FC.
Watch our shape. Yeah, let's win.
Near side. Naomi Ramirez off the carom though. Couldn't get anybody upfield. Evora tried to go further. They dispossessed her. Here's Naomi Ramirez on a near side, but it was out of play. Emily Bader will throw it in.
Well done. Well done.
Evora trying to get to the soccer ball, could not, as protecting was Cecilia Estrada.
Watch the counter.
Evora in the 18. Off of it, Karam. They try to get a subsequent strike. It goes past the net. Looked like it was Phillips there in a central in a bid to try to put it in the back of the net. But too much on the strike and wide.
You're good right there. You're good right there. Just keep an eye on her.
So Sydney Marin
Keep an eye on
will get it going upfield.
her. Here, yeah. Picture here.
Marin's goal kick has a couple of her teammates touch it.
Secure.
They can't go any further across midfield. However, they do find a way to win it into space. And now they send it all the way down
Here we go.
to Stacy.
Right. Caitlin,
And
watch
take-
the attack, Caitlin.
No problem. Or rather, India Dove. Down to Central. Nice job by Bader to cut it off.
Come on, Em. Come on, Em. Come on, Em.
Emily Bader on the near side watches it go out of play. Naomi Ramirez the throw in. Throws it into the box. It partially went off of Bader in a central, but the Hawks winning it and sending it out.
Yeah,
of their 18. Here is Evora down to central, looking for Phillips for a run. Phillips, has speed. CC Phillips now runs onto it, but closing on her that time was a defender, Marin. She turns and takes the strike anyway. And Taylor Stacy is able to make the save. Stacy across midfield. Got players up forward, and Bailey Thompson and company. But in the space, nicely done by Kendall King to get it out of there. Offsides call. As Phillips just a little bit too ambitious that time. The indirect free kick.
Win that. Secure it.
Arlette Evora saving that one from going upfield.
Secure control, ladies. Don't forget to unbalance.
Now here is Bader to throw it in. Bader looking for Evora, but knocked out quickly by Ramirez. But Bader will gain some real estate.
Substitution.
Watch your shape, Kaylin. Watch your shape.
Michaela Moras into the match.
Let's look for the switch, man. Stoppers. Let's look for the switch. It's got to be quick. CC, watch your shape.
Center ref was not ready for the throw-in, and Bader throws it in now. Evora
Again, Bader, come on.
tried to get to it, but it didn't matter because it was knocked out by Ramirez.
There you go.
They gain real estate now. Just outside the 18, but not able to get anybody to control it. And so it'll go upfield. How far upfield, we're going to see.
Work hard, man. Let's work hard, man.
Sydney Marin in this 0-0 match. Round of 32, State Cup 2012. Hope you're enjoying all the action. First half and this half. Greg G.K. Porter alongside. Doing the camera work. George Langevin from up high to stadium view. Out of play.
Come on, shifting. Jake, on your toes, Jake. I know it's hot. You got to dig deep. Jake.
Emily Bader will throw it in.
CC, watch your outside down. Let's have a look at Michaela.
Megan Vandervoort coming out of the match. Can't quite see the number. Now, you might be able to see it, but I cannot. So we will mention her as she touches that soccer ball. Evora, 50-50. Quickly struck there by Hortick. But the deep back. Defenders driving it out of play. TVSA.
Taking pictures, ladies. Come on.
Free kick now.
Good job, Kaylin.
Going to work against TVSA. Catherine Hortick setting it up.
Follow her, that goal side up.
Will she take it or will her teammate take it? Obviously trying to confuse TVSA. And it is Hortig. Hortig up forward, collision, 50-50, and TVSA winning it strongly and driving it out of play, but the Ramona FC player is down, and that happens to be Casey Jordan.
Emily, no diving, Emily. No diving,
And Casey might have been struck in that high ankle area, and it hurts. Just under the pads.
Nice and bright. Nice and bright. Stay right there, CC. Watch your offside.
Cecilia Estrada, the throw-in from Ramona FC.
CC.
Evora, but then now they strike it out of play. Ramirez Just too much on that soccer ball, and
Last defender.
would have been better served to
Hold that line. Central
keep it
line.
down and get it to somebody.
Where are you supposed to be, Arlott?
They can work a play in that 18-yard box. But sometimes you just feel as a player, I'm going to just try and beat the keeper from distance. And if it doesn't work out, you think different of it.
Go, Snyder, quickly. Set it up and in. It's go.
Especially in that particular sequence as Ramona FC now going to get an opportunity here with another free kick with Catherine Horitic. Horitic, or a strike, is a good one, but Dove able to find it on the low side.
On your toes. Come on. Kaylin, watch your shit.
Just a little bit short. Need a little bit more velocity on that one, did Horitic.
You're in, CC.
Here's Phillips off her knee, but gets it back as Marin giveaway and now has to clear it.
Where are we, midfielders?
Does so, getting a teammate, drive it upfield.
Drop Arlott. Drop Arlott.
Down to Central, look like everybody is onside in the 18, and Dove committed herself, but she's able to make the save. As it went behind her, she got it at first, but a soccer ball went behind her, and she wasn't able to hold on to it. And they chased after the rebound, but Dove able to pounce on it before the striker could get to it first. So they had a pretty decent play that time going up the field, did Ramona FC. And J.J. Jordan talking to the center ref.
Arlott, picture Arlott. Jacobson on your toes. Bailey, don't leave Central.
Dove. Keeper down the right flank after the header.
Gotta be quick, Bailey. You're in. Arlott.
Evora, the ball way out in front of her, but she runs it down, takes a shot, and is it off the defender? Yeah, it is not. Evora was off of her cleat. She would have loved for it to have been off the defender that time and got a corner kick out of it.
Let's go first here. First here.
The defenders have been able to close on the on-rushing striker in this match and really keep them from getting what would be a great quality shot towards the back of the net.
Composure.
So in short, the defenders for both teams are about equal to what the offensive play has been for both teams. And when that hasn't happened, they've both been offsides. As that one goes past the goal line, there was a service on a back post for Maras, but Michaela not really able to handle it. But a great idea and something they will try again. TVSA Hawks. Cecilia Estrada is coming out of the match, number 20. And we'll find out who comes in, if we can see her at my level.
Come on, let's keep it up.
Remember, they don't have the numbers in on their jerseys in this particular match. We did one earlier, and they did. Not both teams, but one team did.
Play wide.
Very helpful for the announcer.
Control the middle.
Darren Ikeda.
Yeah.
She's a young lady who just came in. Evora finds a teammate down the central. Jacobson looking for Phillips, but trying to get to it first and coming off her line. Doing a fine job as a keeper, Taylor Stacy.
Face the ball, James. Face the ball, James.
As Michaela Maras was trying to
You're too deep. Don't dive.
finish off of that idea just a few minutes earlier at the back post. sent to the wide side. And Moraz comes all the way back to help out her defenders. But they are able to get it around her just outside the box. A service and a save by Dove.
Everybody out! CC, you gotta win this.
Not a great strike, and Dove able to handle it. Wind blowing in this match, as you've been seeing. With Wise, more of a diagonal. Arlette Evora, as a defender falls down. She's got time and space now, but her shot was partially blocked. Takes another one now. Goes after it again, and a goal! Go, 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 goal! Just a great hustle play by Arlette Evora to put it in the back of the net.
Here we go! Here we go! Hey! Not too high! Not too low!
Sometimes that's what it takes. And now, Ramona FC has got their orders of what they have to do to try and tie this match up to keep it going, as they are down 1-0. It's taken a good portion of the match to finally get a goal in the back of the net. But Evora says, I'll take it, thank you. And now there's a little bit of duress by both teams in the space. And the center ref
Not too low, go Snyder! Let's keep them even, let's go!
might be booking somebody with a card. And yes, it is, a yellow card.
Let's go, nice and bright! Bailey on your toes, face the ball!
So the TVSA Hawks now have a player that's got a yellow card, just like Ramona FC.
She's in, and just recognize that she's here.
You saw the number. I didn't quite see the number who got the yellow card, but now the linesman and the center ref were talking, because coming from the far side of the field where Ramona FC is, they're partisans in the coaching that somebody actually took a punch. And
Double team!
let's see what the center ref is going to do here. "1-0 your score. Arlette Evora.
Watch the back door, show!
Not too long ago, a few minutes ago, scoring a goal and back up the field. A lot of action happening in the space. And the center ref is calling a player over for TVSA. And it's a red card, and now they'll play one player down, as the linesman must have saw what they were talking about, an actual punch. And if that's the case, yes, you will get red carded and come out of the match.
I need an explanation, please. It was an opportunity on goal. Did you see the play? Did you see the punch? Unbelievable.
Michael Vanderrib talking to the center ref, going to get an explanation. And the TVSA is going to have to play one player down. And now you look at it, that it is a good thing that they put one in the back of the net. But now the advantage goes to Ramona FC, at least in the number of players out on the field.
Arlette, too. Come on, you guys. Arlette, go Central. Come on, they're going to do what they
And the free kick, Ramona FC. A strong strike, and that was one of those things that they did in the first half. They struck the soccer ball very strongly from distance, but this time it was too high and far over the net.
Jacobson.
So not able to get what they wanted out of that free kick
Bailey.
after the red card.
Jacobson, you got to drop. Bailey. Single central mid.
Dove, team leading 1-0, and is going to be
Havoc for them.
pressed into some serious action, playing one player down to try and keep them off
Stroh Snyder.
the sheet.
Stroh Snyder right on it. See it wide. Don't you put it in trap.
Stroh Snyder,
Scooby on your toes.
Dana driving it down to Central
Let it run. Yeah, here we go. Emily, yours.
and knocked out of play on the near side, but they'll still have an advantage to throw it in. Emily Bader will throw it in.
Secure control and play.
It's the onus of the all blue with the white numbers to try and not only score, but the thing is, every time it goes out of play, it's an advantage for the Temecula Valley Soccer Association Hawks.
At least 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Maybe around 15 minutes left to play in a match. Center ref has the official time. It's coming out, Catherine Hortig, Ramona FC.
Watch it defensively.
And also coming out is Catherine Lawrence.
Put speed up top. You bring in three. Watch your mark.
And they get two fresh players in.
Yeah. Take space there. There you go. Michaela, right there.
And Emily Bader is going to throw it in.
Watch the counter, Michaela.
Bader goes up forward. Looking for the dangerous now, Evora. Arlette now wins the soccer ball. Arlette is still undaunting with that soccer ball towards getting either a service or striking it in the back of the net.
Right there, Scooby.
And if you're the defenders of Ramona FC, you have to be mindful of that, and you've got to help her out.
Head out there.
But the more players that have to converge, it leaves a lot of players open, even though they are one player down. But still, it leaves somebody open. Off of a bounce. Evora did get a strike. Staying with it is Jacobson.
Yeah, that's good there.
And what do we have here? Looks like it's going to be a penalty shot. I didn't quite see it, but it doesn't matter. The center ref saw it, and now it'll be a penalty shot. Caitlin Johnson will take the penalty shot. Or at least she's setting up that way. And now a great opportunity for TVSA to have more of a comfortable lead and lead 2-0. All the activity, the major activity happening here in the second half. Here's Johnson.
Stay down on it, drive all the way through the K-line, drive all the way through the K-line, follow your dot, drive all the way through the K-line, stay down on the K-line.
Advantage of the striker. Caitlin, strike in the back of the net. It's a goal! Go, 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 goal!
Stroh Snyder, not too high, not too low. Let's go. Let's keep it together.
And so here in the second half, TVSA being able to find the back of the net now as Johnson adds to the lead after Arlette Evora scored the goal. And it is 2-0.
Keeper!
Sent all the way back to a retreating Bader, but Dove gets to it first. But Dove knocks it off of the striker, and it goes past the goal line. But nice thinking by Megan Vandervoort. And thankfully for Dove, Vandervoort couldn't get to it.
One centerman, Bailey.
As a keeper, you never want it to go behind you, and it's only the striker and the back of the net.
Control. Secure it.
Not the first time that India Dove has had that ball go behind her.
Secure it. Oh, quick stretching for it.
Vandervoort finding now her teammate, Jordan. Jordan takes a shot, but Dove won't be able to make the save.
Go, India! You're in.
Dove sending it all the way down, where Sherman has to run it down and protect for Taylor Stacy,
Not too high, not too low.
because Phillips was right behind her. Stacy
Secure it. Why are you waiting for the back?
looking for somebody up forward. Vandervoort couldn't get to it. Off the 50-50. And that collision is, you got a player smarting for TVSA Hawks. And a whistle. The center ref
Breath, Jake.
will blow the action dead.
Deep breath, Jake. Referees up, please.
And there's going to be a substitution off of that collision. And Michael Vandereb running out of some players, available players that he can bring in.
Orlando Central, you're going to play outside left mid. Outside left mid. Outside left mid. Outside left mid.
That his team is leading 2-0. Ray Deanda is into the match.
Referee!
Number 9.
Referee! I got way too many on the field.
That was Lauren Jacobson that took that injury. Leg area, and those are common in soccer. To hit long distance, Dove, and it's in the back of the net. It was struck by Carly Nia, and it's 2-1.
Not too high, not too low. Come on! Let's go!
3 goals scored here in the second half, and a half that went 40 minutes with neither team scoring has seen 3 of them here in the second half. 2 by TVSA Hawks and 1 by Ramona FC off of the free kick. Carly Nia able to find the back of the net.
Hey, we gotta win. We gotta win. We gotta win.
And 1 player down. It makes it even tougher to stop them from moving up the field and trying to tie this matchup. Will another tie occur again? Or will TVSA, with limited time for Ramona FC, be able to win it?
You're in, C.
Very interesting now, as both teams have scored.
Bring it in, Em. Bring it in, Em. Come on, Em. Come on, put it in the corner.
Bader.
Come on, Ray. Come on.
This has been a very closely contested match. Neither team hasn't had a big, great advantage on each other. Things have opened up in the second half. Sherman now to the wide side, sending it up forward. Intercepted, though, nicely by Johnson. Johnson, who scored one of the 2 goals. And you say they weren't able to continue their possession down the right flank. And it,
Watch the middle.
activity like that helps you out, because if you're ahead, you're eating time off the clock. Coming into the match, Courtney Dolan, Ramona FC number 13. It is 2-1 match. Greg G.K. Porter for Langevin Productions, along with George. We're always happy to have George on a camera,
Yeah, one more.
the creator of the organization. Down to Central for Phillips, but Stacy will get to it first.
Almost, Bailey. Almost, Bailey. Come on. Hold it together.
But the longer they'll have to go every time.
Come on, Orlando.
It is in their defensive half, being Ramona FC. It's working in the advantage of TVSA in this slim 2-1 lead in this round of 32 State Cup 2012.
Yeah. Caitlin's got that mark.
Francis Ryan Park has seen some great action today, and a beautiful day. in this round of 32. See the beautiful mountain there? It's a great setting over here in Escondido, the newer areas of Escondido. Sent into the 18-yard box and just couldn't quite get Moras to put it in the back of the net. And that might have been the clincher. But here comes Ramona FC as Italiano with a lot of speed. But that ball looked like it was out of play. And either way,
let's go. Watch Central, Scooby.
I believe they were offside, so center ref talking over to the linesman. Get a confirmation of what happened on that play.
Let's go, White. Let's go. That's ours. What?
The throw in now, Shelby Sherman.
You gotta be kidding me. She's dribbling the ball in his arm, fights her play.
18-yard box now and a shot, and it goes just wide of frame. The near post try by Casey Jordan.
Hey, how'd that happen?
India Dove from the 6-yard box. Not in a hurry. Neither are the TVSA Hawks. But if you're Ramona FC, you are in a hurry. Down to Central. Bailey Thompson, and it's going to be a foul. And the ref all over some of the collisions and actions. That will continue because he's already had to issue 2 yellow cards and a red in this match.
Come on, Hawk. Let's get it deep. Let's get it deep and keep it there.
Stroh-Snyder.
Bottom half.
Dana, again, not in a hurry, but we'll drive it down the Central. Phillips with a header. Couldn't find anybody on the other side of it. So goes and gets it herself now. Into space, but falls down. So here's Tvsa Italiano, finds a teammate upfield. And then they work it to Jordan. Jordan a step over now. Jordan couldn't go any further that time. Dispossessed on a nice play by Stroh-Snyder. Wouldn't go for the fake and drove it out of play upfield.
Stay in it, Scooby. Over the top. Over the top.
Evora. And you have to have, if you're
Down the middle.
head coach Vandereb, Michael Vandereb, you need players to make smart plays into space because, again, you are playing one player down.
Yeah, Bailey. Yeah, Bailey.
And that's exactly what's starting to happen now for TVSA as Dove comes off her line, is able to make the save. They like good sports over in the city of Ramona. I know that. I've seen their high school teams in the past. And that is exactly what you've been hearing. The cheers from the far side, trying to get their young ladies to keep the action going, keep the pressure on. But at the same time, I've also seen what's been going on up in Temecula in their sports, and their youth soccer has gotten better and better over the years. It's not like they've been around. Ramona's been around a lot longer than Temecula, and Temecula continues to get better and better. We did a match from a team that won a championship back in January of a smaller tournament. It wasn't a state cup, but they had great fan support, and they played good soccer. And that's exactly what TVSA has done to here today. They're around at 32, sending it right there to Stacy, but Stacy quickly off her line, able to make the save.
Come on, Hawk.
trying to keep the match tight. 2-1, but not able to get anybody up forward as it's driven back into their defensive half. Ramona FC, though, they have the throw-in on the near side. It goes out of play. Lastly touched out by Megan Vandervoort. And Bader will throw it in. Emily. And there is a double whistle! And that is the end of the match. Winning it, Temecula Valley Soccer Association Hawks 2, Ramona FC 1. We hope you enjoyed all of this match today here from Francis Ryan Park in Escondido. And we'll be back with interviews from some of the players who participated in this match and closing comments. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Greg GK Porter, and I'm back here with the Temecula Valley Soccer Association Hawks, and I believe that was Rachel that just jumped into the picture. We don't want to leave her out. I'm going to give them the microphone so they can go ahead and introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about how much they enjoy either playing on this team or their other endeavors in life, and here they are.
I'm Kendall King, 22. I'm right back, and this is by far the best team I've ever played on. I did not get a red card.
Hi, I'm Dana Strosnader. I'm number 5. I play center defense, and I love all these girls.
Hi, I'm Jamie Ariskog. I'm number 7. I play midfield and forward. Yeah, I love soccer and my team.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Arletta Vora. I'm 18, and I play forward and mid, and this is like the best.
You score a goal?
Oh, yeah, I scored a goal. Okay.
You scored a goal, go ahead and say it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lauren Jacobson. I'm 14 years old, and I'm number 23, and I didn't sprain my ankle. It's fine.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Johnson. I'm number 6. I play stopper, and I scored on PK today. And I just love this team because they're so awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bailey Thompson. I'm number 8, and I play center midfield. And I just want to thank all of you guys because I haven't played a season with you, but I'm really grateful I got to play State Cup with you guys, and I hope we can keep playing.
Hi, I'm Samantha McInerney. I'm number 21, and I play stopper or center mid. And I think we all played really hard today, and I love all my teammates.
Hi, I'm India Dove, number 1, the keeper. And I think we did a great job today, and thankful to have a great coach, Michael Vanderum, and a great team to play with. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Regina Deanda, number 9, and I'm outside mid, and I play on one of the best teams out there.
Hi, I'm Harley Ewan. I'm number 11, and I play defense. And I think we did a really good job today, and I just love the girls.
Hi, I'm Michaela Mares. I'm number 2. I play outside mid, and I think we did good today.
Hi, I'm Emily Bader. I'm number 4, and I play left D, and I love these girls. We're the best team ever. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, I'm Rachel Smith, and I'm number 3, and I play forward and left mid, and I can't live without my team. Oh, Rachel. That's so nice.
Hi, I'm Cece Phillips. I'm number 10. I don't know where I'll go in the future, but hopefully we'll go very far in State Cup. Love you guys.
Okay, the Hawks cheer on 3, girls.
Come on, guys.
Come on in, come on in.
You gotta call it.
But of course, Michael Vandereb is going to come over here,
Somebody's got to drive home for me.
and he's going to get involved in this one.
Hey,
Okay, it's going to be on 3.
great job. Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Mike, say something about your team.
Amazing effort by all of our teammates. I thought we were strong on the ball. I thought we played with determination. But we still have more games to play. Tomorrow's another day. We're going to take it one at a time. We're going to bring our game. That's all I got until we take the championship. Maybe we can speak again. All right?
Okay, Mike. Well, great game. Good job. And that's going to do it right here from Francis Ryan Park, where you saw a great match. And in the second half, the Temecula Valley Soccer Association Hawks being able to win 2-1 over the team from Ramona, Intra or Ramona FC. I'm Greg GK Porter for George Langevin behind the video camera, saying take care of yourself. As always, God bless, and remember to save this one on your hard drive. Bye now from Francis Ryan Park.